So about a couple of days ago, I went on this trip, not that far from here, to this small trail. It's a hiking trail, and I was just walking around, just trying to look inside, not noticing anything that was happening around me. But while I was doing that, you know, there's a bhajan that came into my mind. I can't remember who sang it, but from what I recall, it might be Swami Ram Tirth or someone like that. And he used to say that जंगल में जोगी बसता है कभी रोता है कभी हंसता है. And then there was a line in it that said सब वृक्षे रिश्ते नाते हैं जंगल में जोगी बसता है. All these trees are my relative. Right? And that line just kept on coming in my mind, that these trees have some life. They have a soul within them too. And who knows, maybe in our past life, we might have been a tree. We might have seen all the wanderers, all the sadhus, all the saints that walked these forests. Until, one of them placed their hands on us and we got liberated after that. But liberation is very unique in the sense that every single religion claims that it will liberate you. But we don't know if it actually does. Because from what I understand and what I believe, liberation is when you're free from this body and your soul. Because our soul carries karma, our deeds, right? Whether they're good or bad, it carries it with them. Until we take another life, it still carries it. It adds on, until we're free from that soul. So, religions that promise that you'll go to, for example, Swarg, which is heaven. You'll go to Vaikunth, where Vishnuji lives. You'll go to Kailash, where Shiv lives. Satyalok, where Brahma lives. Right? Or any type of loka, where any god lives. I don't understand that, because it makes no sense, because that isn't liberation. Right? We tend to forget that we're on Bhulok, Bhumilok. And Bhumilok itself is technically a swarg. It's one of the heaven lokas that we have. One of the good lokas that we have. So, technically we are in heaven right now. So why have a thought of going to some other lok which is distant from here, which is far away from here? There's no point. I don't see a point in that. When religions say that they give mukti, they give liberation by, becoming part of that religion, I always think that maybe before this religion, this sampradaya, this sect was created, other people had still attained moksha. Moksha was still there. Moksha was still present. Because moksha is inherent, right? We will attain moksha eventually. Maybe not in this life, maybe not in the next life, but eventually we will. We have gotten that ability to attain moksha. And all it takes is to just look inside, to look within you, to realize your potential. And once you've done that, moksha is all yours. But do we really need moksha? And that's what kept on coming in my mind when I was in that trail. That is moksha really necessary for us to be enlightened, to be free? And to be honest, I don't know the answer to that. But what I do think is moksha is an idea we all strive for. It's a goal that we all go for, that, I want to attain moksha, I want the highest pleasures and etc. All of that, right? But in reality, moksha can be right now. Because I've always been a firm believer that moksha is right now, this second, this moment. right? This world of Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, any social media that you're using. This world where we're interacting with outsiders, with our neighbors, and everyone. Moksha is when we have all these distractions in front of me, yet we are free. And I think I touched on this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Because once we're free from the idea that liberation is the ultimate goal, we just might start looking within ourselves. Because again, what you have is true. What is around you is false. That's why I believe Shankaracharya said, Brahm Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmevana Paraha. That God is the ultimate. This world is false. The Jeev, the soul, and Brahm are the same. Maybe that's why he said that. It's because he wanted us to look within ourselves. Now that I am talking about Shankaracharya, there's one thing that also came in my mind when I'm thinking of moksha, right? And that is that we first have to become victorious in anything that we do, right? But to become victorious in your life, to become victorious in the eyes of God, in the eyes of your soul, what you must do. Now, when victory comes to mind, there are two things that generally, pop up. One is that you have to be a warrior and you fight. You fight to become the leader. You fight to become victorious. You fight so that you can have this land, etc., whatever, right? Another thing that comes into my mind is knowledge, gyan, vidya. When you have knowledge, you can conquer other people without fighting. And Shankaracharya did that. He roamed around India. He conquered people's minds and hearts just by the knowledge he had. Left at a young age. And around the age of 36, he was walking up the Badrivan and just disappeared. No one knows where he went. His students were running after him, but he just disappeared. That's what victory is. You die and no one knows what happened to you. And I personally don't think Shankaracharya died. I don't think that. I think he's there. He's still out there. It's that we just don't have the eyes to see him. Our eyes have been filled with agyanta, with ego, with false knowledge. And that's what stops us. We have taken the path of Alexander the Great in trying to conquer everyone. In the means to win an argument, we fight with someone else. And at that time, we get hurt and we hurt others by our words. And that's what we're doing. We're conquering other people, but we're harming them. We're not being gentle. We're not being calm. And we're not following the path of Shankaracharya. I personally I have always believed that Shankaracharya has given so much to this world. So much to our own religion. Religion, because Hinduism isn't really a religion. It's just people believing in things with a different mindset. Right? So we cannot call it a religion. Every single Hindu has a different way of approaching things, has a different way of understanding things. And that's what makes each and every Hindu different. Atal Bihari Vajpayee said, Hindu Tanman Hindu Jivan. Right? Like, you should live your life like a Hindu. Living your life like a Hindu isn't worshipping God, isn't doing ritualistic acts. It's being human. It's following the path of truth. Truth is something that you can follow without looking at the time, what time of day it is or anything. Because it's a truth. You don't check to see if, the time is right to say the truth. That, it's 12 o'clock. Oh, no, I can't say the truth now. No one says that. No one does that. Why? Because it's the truth. You don't have to shy away from saying it. Because people tend to don't shy away from saying lies. They just say lies right to your face without you even knowing. Or even sometimes without them even realizing they've said a lie. Because we as humans have conditioned ourselves to live in that lie. To make that lie into reality. Now, going back to the shloka, Parikshit says he is free from fear. Right? And that's what moksha is. Once you're free from ego, you're free from fear, because you can only be free from fear when you don't have ego, when you don't have avidya, false knowledge, when you have understood everything. Someone is only afraid of something if they don't know what it is. Once you've understood this world as a whole, once you've understood your dharma as a whole, that's when fear is gone, right? And now the reason I said your dharma is because Shankaracharya highlighted 4 things: dharma, artha, kam, and moksha. He called this the purusharth. Now, dharma isn't religion, it's your dharma. Your work is your dedication, right? How much effort you're putting towards your work is what dharma is. After that's artha, you're earning money. Why? So you can fulfill kam, your wants, your desires. And by doing these 3, you want to attain moksha. Now, moksha is also satisfaction. Satisfaction in what you have. Being satisfied that, oh, I already have 2 cars, I don't need another one. There was no need to show off this much that I forget who I am. So again, be like Parikshit, be fearless. But in order to be fearless, first look inside. Just look at who you are. And everything will be okay. Om Tat Sat.